हेलो 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 हेलो। अभी सर एक कट करके फिर से चालू करो, कट करके फिर से चालू करो। हेलो हेलो। मैं ये पूरा कवर हो रहा है ना? हेलो 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 हेलो। हाँ सर लेता हूँ। Okay, so a very good morning to you all. We are actually meeting after a very long time. I know that we people are undergoing through a very problematic situation, but still we should have some faith and hope. That is the only thing that we are having. So we people have tried a lot to keep you people engaged in the field of education. So we are trying to give you an audio-visual lecture. This is our try. We hope that you will like this try very much. Okay. So today we are going to start with a grammar topic which is called as tenses. I'll teach you tenses today. Is that clear? The only thing is that I will be talking, but I am not able to see you people. So the camera which is here today, that is my student. I am assuming camera as my student. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Tenses. First, to learn this topic, the one thing is sure that you people should know something about parts of speech. Okay? Parts of speech. So in all, there are 8 parts of speech. How many parts of speech are there? 8 parts of speech. Okay? And in all those 8 parts of speech, the very important part of speech is called as a verb. Okay? Is that clear? What is a verb? A word which shows action is called a verb. Is that clear to you? What is a verb? A word which shows action is called a verb. Just for example, if I say Tom drives a car. Okay, this is our example. Tom drives a car. Now, in this, you have to identify what is the verb. Now, in this sentence, the verb is drive. As I told you, a word which shows action of driving. Is that clear? Whenever you are driving, that means it is an action word. You are doing some action. So, this is how you have to identify the verb with the help of action. Okay. Another example, if I say, I write a poem. Okay. Now, in this sentence, what is the verb? Write. The verb is write. Is that clear? Writing. While writing, our action takes place. That is called as a verb. This is your verb. In the second sentence, write is your verb. So, as I told you, parts of speech, there are 8 parts of speech, and the very important part of speech is verb. And this will help you to understand tenses. Okay? Unless and until you people know verb, you are not going to understand what is tenses. So very first thing is that you should understand what is verb. Then only you can switch on to tenses. Is that clear to you? Now if I say a word which shows action is called a verb, that means this has become the definition of verb. Okay? So you have to learn this definition, keep this definition in mind. And these are the 2 examples that I gave you for understanding what is a verb. Okay? Now let's start with tenses. Okay. Now we are going to take the example of Lata sings a song. This is your example. Lata sings a song. Okay. Now in this sentence you have to again identify the verb. Now what is the verb? Sing. Okay. As I told you, verb is very important. So this verb is in first form. As the verb is in first form, the name of the tense will become simple present tense. Okay. See, basically there are three tenses. Okay. Present, past and future. These are the three basic tenses. Are you understanding? But as I told you, these three basic tenses are there. The another 9 tenses that you are going to learn are the subparts. Another 9 tenses are the subparts. So in all there are 12 tenses. How many tenses are there? 12 tenses in all. Okay. So out of the 12 tenses, the first 3 are called as the basic, and another that is called as the remaining one, the 9 tenses, those are the subparts. So as I told you, verb. Now forms of verbs. How many forms of verbs are there? There are 3 forms of verbs. How many forms of verbs are there? 3 forms of verbs. The first one is present. Second one is past. And the third one is past participle. Okay. Present, past and past participle. If I say write. Okay. What is the past tense of write? Wrote. What is the past participle? Past participle means third form of the verb. Okay. So that is called as written. Write, wrote, written. Then if I say speak, what is the past tense of speak? Spoke. And third form, spoken. Okay. Speak, spoke, spoken. In the same way, drive, drove, driven. Read, read, read. So these are some of the forms of verbs. Okay. As I told you, what is the first one? Write. What is the past tense of write? Wrote. What is the third form? Written. These are the 3 forms of the verbs. The first one is called as present, second one is called as past, and the third one is called as past participle. So write, past tense of write is wrote, and past participle is written. In the same way, another word if you take, another word, it is called as speak. What is the past tense of speak? Spoke. Third form, spoken. Drive, drove, driven. Read, read. One thing is sure, here the spelling is same. My dear friends, spelling is same. But one thing you have to keep in mind that the pronunciation will change here. You will pronounce this as read. This second word, that is the past, will be pronounced as read. And the past participle will also be pronounced as read. Okay. So read, read. Spelling will be same everywhere. Spelling will be same everywhere. The only difference is that you have to pronounce this as read and this will be pronounced as read. Is that clear to you? Okay. Now Lata sings a song. This is in first form. That is why the name of the tense is simple present tense. Okay. Now let us take another example of tense. After simple present tense comes simple past tense. Now if I told you to convert this sentence into simple past tense, then Lata, what is the past tense of sing? Sang a song. Okay. What I have done here is that I have just changed the form of the verb from verb 1 to verb 2. Okay. Lata sang a song. Is that clear? Now this sentence is in simple past tense. Why? Because we have taken the second form of the verb, that is the past tense. Past tense of sing is sang. So the name of the tense will be simple past tense. Okay? Is this clear to you? Okay. Fine. Now, we have already completed two tenses. Now, we are going to switch on to the third tense, the future tense. But, before going towards that, you have to understand that in future tense, you come across two modal auxiliaries, two helping verbs. One is called as will and another one is called as shall. These are the two helping verbs that you are going to use in future tense. Now, as I told you, these are called as helping verbs. Another word for it is modal auxiliary. What is another word for this? Modal auxiliary, will and shall. Now, what is the difference between these two? Will is certain, shall is uncertain. Okay, certainty, uncertainty, that is definite and indefinite. Did you understand the difference between the two modal auxiliaries? Will stands for certainty or definiteness, shall stands for uncertainty or indefiniteness. This is the difference between the two modal auxiliaries, helping verbs. Okay. Now, if you talk about the third tense, the sentence will be Lata will sing a song, and the name of the tense will be simple future tense. Okay friends, did you understand till here? This is your first, Lata sings a song, simple present tense. Then second will be Lata sang a song, simple past tense. And the third will be Lata will sing a song, and this became simple future tense. In these two tenses, you came across only one verb. This is called as one verb, means main verb. This is another main verb. Here also you came across only one verb. But in this sentence, you came across two verbs. Will is your helping verb, modal auxiliary, and sing is your main verb. So you have to keep this in mind. In future tense, you have to make use of helping verb, will or shall. And as I told you, the difference between will and shall, what is the difference? Will is definite, shall is indefinite. Is that clear? Okay. Now, we have already covered three basic tenses, present, past and future. Now you are going to come forward. That means we are going to start with the subparts of the tenses. As I told you in the beginning, subparts. So how many subparts are there? There are 9 subparts. Okay. So the fourth tense that you are going to learn is called as present continuous tense. What will be the next tense called as? Present continuous tense. Okay, is it fine? Now, continuous tense is also called as continuous tense is also called as progressive tense. What is the another name for continuous tense? Progressive tense. Continuous means what? The work which is going on. That is called as continuous tense. So, everywhere where you come across a continuous tense, one thing you have to keep in mind that you have to add ing in the verb. What are you going to add? Ing in the verb. Why? Because the work is going on. Now here, the sentence Lata is singing a song. Okay. Now this is your tense. Present continuous tense. Lata. The helping verb that we use here is. What is the helping verb that we use? Is singing a song. See, we added ing in the verb. As she is singing the song means that is continuous tense. Means the work has not been completed. The work is not over. The work is going on. That is why we added helping verb is and we added ing in the verb. So Lata is singing a song. This became present continuous tense. It is also called as present progressive tense. Present continuous tense is also called as present progressive tense. On the next one, Lata. Instead of is, what are we going to use? Was singing a song. And the name of the tense will be past continuous tense. Okay, what is the name of the tense? Past continuous tense. Here the helping verb was is. So as this is a present continuous tense, we use the helping verb is. This is past continuous tense, so we use the helping verb was. Okay. Then the next one, the sixth one, Lata will be singing a song. Lata will be singing a song. This became your future continuous tense. Here, this is your verb. Will be helping verb. Singing is your main verb. And the name of the tense will be future continuous tense. Okay. What is the name of the tense? Future continuous tense. Now friends, as I told you that continuous tense means you have to add ing in the verb and another name for continuous is progressive. Okay. So what is that? The one thing that is common in all the three things. What is the one thing common? That there is ing in the verb everywhere. Singing, singing, singing. What is changing? The helping verb is, was, will be. These helping verbs will change, but the main verb will not change. You have to add ing everywhere. Is that clear? So first three, simple present, simple past, simple future. And the next three, present continuous, past continuous and future continuous tense. Okay? Is that clear to you? Now we are going to start with perfect tense. For perfect tense, you have to understand some rules. There are some rules and regulations for perfect tense. Okay. Now let us go through the first rule for present perfect. With he, she and it. With the help of these three pronouns, you are going to use the helping verb has plus past participle. Okay. Present perfect, he, she, it. With these three pronouns, you are going to use the helping verb has plus past participle. Okay. With I, you, we, they, use has plus past participle. Sorry, have. With I, you, we, they, use have plus past participle. Is that clear? Are you understanding? This was for present perfect. Now let us talk about past perfect. Had plus PP. Now what do you mean by PP? Past participle. Okay. And the third one, future perfect. You will use will have or shall have plus PP. That means past participle. So you have to learn these rules by heart. Then only you will be able to solve these tenses properly. Okay. Now present perfect with the pronouns he, she, it. You have to use the helping verb has plus past participle. So you have to learn this. Okay. With the pronoun I, you, we, they. These are the pronouns. With these pronouns, you are going to use the helping verb have plus past participle. And then the next one is past perfect tense. Here you have to use the helping verb had plus past participle. Past participle means third form of the verb. And future perfect. In future perfect, you have to use will have if it is definite. If it is indefinite, shall have plus PP. That is past participle. Okay. After going through these rules, we people will solve the next three tenses. That is the perfect tense. Okay. Now the seventh tense. We have already completed 6 tenses. Now we are going through 7th tense. The name of the tense will be present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Okay. So here the answer will be Lata. Present perfect. You have to remember the rules. With the pronoun he, she, it. What are you going to use? Has plus past participle. Lata. Which pronoun are you going to use for this noun? Lata. She. So he, she, it. What are you going to use with here? Lata has. What is the past participle of sing? What is the third form of sing? Song. A song. And the tense will become present perfect tense. What will be the tense? Present perfect tense. See, everything is going according to a set of rules. So as I told you, grammar means what? Everything depends on the set of rules. Okay? If you don't know the rules, basic, then this is very, very difficult for you. But on the contrary, if you are thorough with all the rules and regulations, if you have a good practice, then you people will do this quickly. Okay. The next one. Lata had sung a song, and the name of the tense will become past perfect tense. What is the name of the tense? Past perfect tense. Lata had sung a song. Okay. As I told you in the beginning, our rule, past perfect, use had plus past participle. So this is had and past participle sung. Okay. And the ninth one, Lata will have sung a song. Okay. This will become future perfect tense. Okay. This became future perfect tense. So these are the three tenses. Lata has sung a song, present perfect. Lata had sung a song, instead of had, past perfect. Lata will have sung a song, future perfect. So everything is designed according to the set of rules that I gave you before this. Okay. Now 9 tenses. We have covered almost 9 tenses. Now the last 3 are remaining, last 3. And then this topic will be over. Okay. Tenth one. Now the name of the tense will be present perfect continuous tense. This is the name of the tense, present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now what we have done until now, we have learnt continuous tense separately and we have learnt perfect tense separately. Okay. Continuous tense is also called as progressive tense. Okay. And what do we do in the continuous tense? We use ing in the verb everywhere. Common thing. Are you understanding? Are you remembering what I told you previously? So now you have to combine continuous with perfect. Okay. So the combination, you have to write the answer in combination. So the answer, Lata, present perfect. What do we use in present perfect with he, she, it? Has. And present perfect, what we used to do? We used to take the third form, past participle. But. Continuous. ये भी है ना, इसको भी तो लेना है ना, इसको भी तो खेलने में शामिल करना है, वरना ये नाराज हो जाएगा. तो अगर इसको शामिल करना है तो what you have to do is that you have to put a friendship band. Okay. And the friendship band is called as been. What is the friendship band called as? Been. This will be your friendship band, and with the help of this friendship band you are going to bring these two together. झाली friendship, बरोबर? Lata has been singing a song. समझ गए? Are you understanding? So these are code words which will help you. You will understand when you people will be solving your paper in exam. So sometimes you remember these words and then you get the answer. That's why I am giving you this tricky some words that you have to keep in mind. Okay. The next, the 11th one, Lata had been singing a song. Okay. This is past